Welcome to this week's video, guys. As you can see, we've had a little bit of a change around. So let me know in the comments below if you like the new setup, the new studio look, or how you preferred it before. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's staying how it is now, but it'll be interesting to know if you like the new look. So let's dive into this video. In today's video, we're looking at generative fill with Adobe Photoshop Beta. I'm not going to teach you how to suck eggs, as there's a very high likelihood you know what generative fill is. So I'm not going to waste your time hashing that out. If you don't know what generative fill is, have you been living under a rock somewhere? Before I jump into some examples of how I would use this feature and how I think it should be used for wedding photographers, let me start by giving my 2 cents on manipulating reality with this software or any other AI software, especially for wedding photography. We provide a service to customers. That is our couples. Their only deciding factor to contact us in their first instance is, do they like our work? Does it resonate with them? Is it high quality? Are the colours beautiful? Etc. If photographers were to create an image through AI, for example, adding items to photos such as lakes, reflections, or maybe interesting framing elements like a silhouette of a bird or a dog, for example, this is completely wrong in my books. And you're passing work off as if it's your own when it's not. At that point, you have created an artistic image. For me, it's no longer a photograph. It's a piece of art you've created. Couples should be able to trust what they see in your portfolio is 100% real, as it embodies trust. They're trusting you to recreate and reproduce the same quality of work at their wedding, trusting you to produce the same level of creativity. If you're using AI tools to create better looking images, you will be found out. Without trust, couples will simply not book you. I want to quickly touch on awards. Fearless is pretty much the only awards platform I know of that will ask for the original raw image if there is suspicion an image has been altered. And with this artificial intelligence boom, which is here to stay by the way, I would implore all awards platforms to do the same. The photographer submits the final JPEG, but must also submit the raw image for verification or a straight out of camera JPEG, as images being awarded by some of the big award sites will undoubtedly have AI generated content in them. I hope not, but most likely it will, especially from photographers just starting out in the industry and still on the trying different techniques phase. I can say that as I did it myself in the first year of business, adding additional bokeh balls of 2 images in Photoshop, for example. It was 6 years ago, but when you're starting out, you don't see the problem with it. Okay, so the only use case I would be happy using generative fill for is to remove items. That would make a photograph better, but doesn't alter the reality of the space or the integrity of the photograph. I'm talking people in the background, speakers on the ceiling, fire exit signs, fire extinguishers, that sort of thing. So let's dive into a few examples which I've done recently for actual work. Here's the first example, guys. So I shot this at LPC and it's a beautiful room and I want to showcase that. So I'm not too keen on like the speakers and because of that middle light as well, it didn't really work, so I do take them out. So I'm about to speed this up because I don't want you sat here for 10 minutes. So let's quickly select all these speakers, the fire exit signs, make sure to include the shadows as well, and then the fire points. I thought about taking the registrar out, but I left it because it was quite a lot of selections anyway. So I've asked it to just remove the objects, and as you can see, about 20-25 seconds later, jobs are good in. I mean, look at that. So much cleaner. It's just unbelievable, really. And then took the middle lights out just because they weren't quite right after taking the speakers out. So that got improved, and then used the spot healing to clean that up. And then did decide to take the registrar out at the end, just if this is going to be a bit of a really nice shot of the venue, I just wanted to clear it up as nice as possible. Now, I thought this would struggle due to people's heads, but I mean, look at that. I mean, wow. The software is just unbelievable. Merge it down and you can sort of see, bang, before, after. Absolute craziness. Here, I was second shooting for Sam Chipman recently at the Tithe Barn. So I did that on the proviso I could use some images to create a venue page on my website that I could then obviously optimize for SEO for Google. So I want the images to be a bit more generic, so I've selected Sam in this wooden frame with the flowers and I wanted to remove it. so it's a bit more generic, because I feel that wooden flower frame was the couples, and they'd brought that in. So obviously prospective couples for that venue down the line, I want them to see a bit more of a generic image, and then they can put their imagination and spin on it. Here I just cleaned up the back of the groom with the spot healing tool and the stamp tool, and then eventually I took the actual frame of the door out to make it look like the doors were open as well. But I mean, just look at that, it's before and after. It's stupid. I don't think I could have took that out 2 months ago, I really don't. And if somebody could, it would have took them hours. That took me 10 seconds, and here's the final version with the doors open. Here we're at LPC. I wanted to remove the light shining on the floor, so I've done one generative fill, and then I did a second one just to get a better look. Wasn't quite happy with the squareness of the dress there, so I've just rounded it off. I'd actually removed the bathtub from the right hand side of the image as well on this one, and as you can see, it just leads to a really nice overall image, and nobody else would get that unless they went to this effort to remove the bathtub and stuff, because it's always in the photo. And just removing that light from the floor is one less distraction. Here again we can see another photo. Obviously I don't want Sam in this shot. Again, I'm going to use it on an SEO page, so I was a bit skeptical. It's near a human being, and it had the arms of the candelabra, and it's just done an amazing job. I mean, look at that, like he was never there. Absolute craziness. Here again, a venue shot. I didn't want these people in the background, so I've got 2 ladies sat here, so a quick selection of one and the other, and then some of the staff here at the back. Generative fill. I think I told her to just remove the people. Did quite a good job over here. I chose the third option, so it looked more of a sofa. Jobs are good in. One venue shot before and after. Again, another venue shot of Tyve Barn. Again, want to make it more generic so people can actually see what the space would look like if it was theirs, because this flower thing was definitely the couple's choice. I mean, it looked lovely, but I wanted people to be able to see. I didn't do such a great job here, but flatten the image and then just go around whatever it left you, and then create a second generative fill, which is what I did here, and then I can just take that out, and jobs are good, easy. So thanks for watching this video, guys. While you watch this, I took the bulge out of his pocket. God knows what he had in there, the Bank of England, I think. So it was a massive bulge. So I've used liquefy to bring his leg back in, and then generative fill just to fix the actual. I couldn't done that. I've tried it in the past with other images. So anyway, that's my little look at generative fill. You can see it's got so many capabilities for removing objects, and I'll see you in the next video.